Hey going folks, and welcome back to the channel. Something different today. I know this goes against the name of the channel. Did someone say cars? But we have something special today and something very different. I don't know if you can see behind me, but we have a motorbike. Most of you who are into cars, it's all stemmed from somewhere, and I'm no different. My childhood, I grew up living and riding motorbikes, and my old man did the same. He had motorbikes when he was a kid, and he had one of these things that are in the back here. So I'm going to keep driving, and when I get home I'll pull it out and show it all to you, and then I'll show you the motorbike. Alrighty, don't think I'd forget to film me struggling getting it out. Oh boy. Actually, it's pretty light for a bike. Foot pad getting hooked. Alright. And we're leaking a bit of fuel. Beautiful. I know it's got fuel in it because I could smell it in the car. Alright, first things first. No judgment on the Ford Fiesta. It's a work car, and that's all. You're probably wondering yourself, why did I buy this and how did I find it? Well, first off, I found it by accident. The old man sent me a link, Gumtree link, to for a set of extractors, which you'll see in the extractor video on how to paint extractors. And yeah, I bought them, and we kept talking. He gave me a few other bits and pieces to suit H series, and I bought a few bits as well. Also got a HJ Statesman grill, which will be going in a HJ wagon, which should be getting painted sooner rather than later. But as things went on, we started talking about cars and about bikes. You know, these things happen. And he goes, come in the shed and have a look at what I've got. And he had some really cool bikes. He had a little rock hopper, and he had a Z50, which I actually learnt how to ride on. The proper Z50, you know, the early 80s, and it was beautiful. I would have taken that home if it was for sale, but it wasn't. Then he had this old girl there, and as soon as he said what it is, if you haven't guessed it already, I was like, I know exactly what this is, because my old man had one just like this. Well, not exactly like this. His was painted red in house paint, and it had a denim seat, which not going to judge him on that, but that was his first bike, and I sent him a picture of it, and he goes, yeah, that's what I had. And he goes, is it for sale? And I said, yeah, it is for sale. And then I got talking to him, and he goes, no, I don't know. What am I going to do with it? And I was like, I don't know. If you want something, just buy it. That's what I normally do. Anyway, he worked out that he didn't want it, so that was it. A couple of days later, Mum messaged me and said, is that bike still for sale? And I said, yeah, it probably is. She goes, can you message him? I'll buy it for your dad for his birthday. And I said, yeah, all right, I can sort something out. And she even said, I'll let him keep it in the house. And I have it screenshotted it in a message, and you'll see it right up here. So Mum, there's no backing out on that. Dad can keep this in the house. So here it is. We'll go over this thing a bit more and talk about what it actually is, and we'll go through it in a few moments, but for now I want to see if this thing runs and rides, because it's a motorcycle and you get to ride it. So here we go. Fuel's already turned on. I know it's got fuel in it because it's leaked all in my car. So let's see if she does the roar. First hit. really well. Started up first kick, that was stone cold. Don't know how old the fuel is. I know two-strokes, especially the older two-strokes, don't like old fuel. I learnt that from my racing days when I would foul a plug at the track from old fuel. Learnt pretty quickly not to do that again. But yeah, this bike started up killer. You just can't kill these old bikes. If you haven't figured it out what it is a Gemini 70cc mini bike. Now, Gemini was made by the company Shin San Tong Inc. I don't know if that's right. I think they're known now today as SST. They're a Taiwanese company, and they ran these bikes from 1969 to 1973. And they only did a short run of these bikes because there was a licensing problem with Yamaha on the head, because they used a Yamaha design on the head. And I think the Yamaha design on the head is why it runs so good, because I am blue through and through. I've owned Yamahas all my life. My last bike was a Honda though, but everything prior to that was Yamaha. First bike was a Yamaha, and the last bike before I bought the Honda was a Yamaha. I love them. So this has got a bit of Yamaha in it. Now there is very little information on the internet about these Gemini motorcycles, but the ones I have found, these bikes were really incredible for their time. I mean, 70cc, two-stroke with a clutch. I think they're all four down. I don't know if it's pre-mixed. I haven't delved into that. Maybe I'll crack the cap and give it a sniff. But yeah, I'll let Dad sort that out when he gets it. Upside down forks, which is pretty cool. It's got the old doubles on the back on each side. Now, what I could find out about these bikes was that these things were super quick. I couldn't find out the top speed on this, but for the 50cc two-stroke, the top speed on one of them was 36 miles an hour, which works out to 56 kilometers. Now that might not sound much, but the current KTM 50 two-stroke have a top speed of 46 miles per hour. So 36 in 1969 and 46 in 2022. Not a huge amount of difference. So they were incredibly fast bike. I couldn't find out what speed these could do, but if the 50 could do 36 miles an hour, I honestly couldn't imagine, you know, a little kid on a 50cc bike, you know, a little kid on a 50cc bike is about, what, 5, 6, 8 years old? You know, with this primitive frame design, suspension, these wheels, doing 36 miles an hour, that's insane to me, you know. I could imagine it on a KTM 50 with the, you know, current updated design on the frames and the like state-of-the-art suspension, but 36 miles an hour on one of these things, that's like 60 k's on one of these with a little tacker on it. That's crazy if you ask me. These things must fly. I'd love to know what this thing could get up to. If the 50 can do 60 k's, I wonder what this can do. These bikes, you can also get them in a road registered model in the 70cc, so you know they must be a pretty quick bike. It's got the headlight on it, so it's halfway there. But yeah, I'm really ecstatic to get this thing back at the folks' house. They've got 4.5 acres there. We can go through all the gears on this thing. I'm not going to ride it anymore in my neighbourhood because I don't want any complaints. But I wanted to see it run. That's the main thing. But this thing is cool. Look at it, what a time capsule. Absolutely beautiful. They do not make them like this anymore. There's that Yamaha head on it. What a cool bike. You really have to appreciate these old things. All right. Thank you for watching. Something very different to the usual this episode. If you think I should keep buying motorbikes, let me know in the comments or tell me your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until then, take it easy. And also, this one's for the old man. Happy birthday, old man. And hope you like it. See you later.